Welcome to another Demarcation Media Mega Bloks review. Today we're going to be taking a look at another Assassin's Creed set. This is the French Revolution pack. This was sent to me for review by Noir Renard, the owner of the Squad 45 server. So huge thank you to him for lending this to me. I find this pretty funny because it's the French Revolution pack, and I know this is from Assassin's Creed Unity, which is all about the French Revolution. I just find it funny that there's a figure pack based on the French Revolution because that was not a benign conflict. Lego would absolutely never do this. Let's go ahead and take a look at this box. So we've got Arnaud Dorian on the side here, since he is kind of the main guy from Unity, I guess. And then we get to see our main assassin here attacking the French. Well, I guess he is French. Attacking the French soldiers. We've got a flag up there. You can see the figure in the window. I believe this is an unnamed assassin. So he just kind of is there. We've got more on the top, on the side. This box has definitely seen better days, for sure. Around the back, we get to see classic Mega Assassin's Creed, the parkouring section, the poses, Animus stuff in the background. There's a couple of the sets. There's the Borgia Guard pack and Da Vinci's Flying Machine and the Cannon Strike, which I have also reviewed. If you want to check that out, I'll put the card up in the corner. Then you get to see our assassin here. No name, which is why I'm like, yeah, he's an unnamed guy. So yeah, pretty simple box. I do like the way the Assassin's Creed boxes are done. And we're going to pop this open. I believe this is just completely sealed, other than the fact that it looks like, you know, a UPS truck ran over it. All right. Oh, yeah, it is. Look at that. So we have, wow, that flag is big. A bag of parts. Oh, that's it. Okay. Bag of parts, instructions, which is the kind of fold out ones. And then how do we get our boy out? Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Ugh. Whoa. There he is. There's our assassin. So I'm going to go ahead and build this, and we are going to take a closer look. And there we go. It is all put together. Really quick build. Pretty fun, though. The fact that this wagon wheel, I'll talk more about this later, but this wagon wheel is not attached at all. I find that funny. Also, ended up with an extra slow piece. There's supposed to be 2 in the set. Got 3. Sure, cool, useful piece. You could just throw it on somewhere. Yeah. So let's go ahead, jump in, look at the figures, starting with that assassin. The first thing I thought when I saw this guy was, Aragorn? Is that you? The way that his face is with that beard, the way that he's wearing the green, like, coat and then the brown hood, I was just like, that's very, very Aragorn-esque. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the fact that his little waist tie scarf thing is supposed to be down over his actual waist of his coat, like his coattails. You gotta really stretch it out to do that, and these pieces do not last well over time, so the more stretched it is, the more ruined it will get. Like this, up around his waist, or up around, I guess, his midsection is fine, but yeah, stretching it the way that they say to do in the instructions is not gonna happen. Also, it's interesting seeing this hood without like an actual big add-on coat piece. It doesn't look bad. I thought I would not like it, but it's actually not too bad. It's not the typical Assassin's hood. It's the more like modern one, which makes sense. He comes armed with a flintlock pistol, and he's got a hidden blade. The small amounts of print he has on his wrists, chest, and head are quite well done. And the only real like issue I see, aside from the fact that the advertising shows his waist cloth being down lower, is one arm, the one with the hidden blade, is got the issue where it doesn't want to go in all the way. Easy fix, heat it up, push it in, let it cool, done. But it's just one of those annoying things. Overall, really cool looking, and it's nice to have a generic assassin. Now, if I'm wrong, if this is not a generic assassin, somebody please tell me in the comments. But I believe this is just a generic assassin, and I think that's pretty cool to get because you can kind of give him your own story. Our next figure is this French army officer, and these are pieces that I have not seen before. That chest piece, the coattails, the hat in particular, never seen them before, and it's really cool. He has another one of those rubbery waist cloths, stretched a little bit more, but it seems to be holding up. Print on the chest, on the arms, on the hat. All looks pretty good. There's some splattering for the chest print, which is not bad. Also, it's a little harder to see on this guy, but some of the other figures show it more. These guys came kind of dirty, like a bit dusty. A bit of that white dust that you see build up over time, but I don't know. It was more like crumbs and less like haze. I don't know. It was odd. The sword that he comes with is not exclusive, but, you know, it's nice to get. It was a nice piece. Mega used it a lot. And the hat can be removed. It's got the large peg underneath. Face is pretty good. The eyebrow on the one side is printed a little far in. Gives him an interesting expression. Makes him look a little bit like he's side-eyeing. Yeah, really nice figure overall. I don't know. Maybe they use some of these pieces again for the red coats. Probably. But, yeah, not ones we saw very often. Mega, you've got the parts. Give us some, like, more soldier packs or something using these. I don't know, just generic colonial type soldiers. I don't know, that would be cool. I would love to see them reuse these pieces. Next up, we have one of the generic French soldiers. This guy actually has a lot of detail. His belt piece is printed. He's got red on his wrists, red on his chest, and then white on his hat. The head looks like one we've seen before. I don't know if it exactly is, but it's pretty close, fairly generic. He's got two cross-strapped like sword sheath things. They look nice. I would never put a sword in them though. The more you stretch them out, again, the more they degrade, but they seem to be holding up well so far. He comes with a musket with a bayonet. I always thought bayonets were underslung, but these ones are kind of slung over the top. Really interesting piece. I'm not really sure why they chose that angle for the handle. Like, I kind of do. You are able to pose them pretty well. It's just a little strange. I guess that's all they could do to get it to work. But again, lots of pieces here that I've not seen before. I've never really seen these muskets before. Definitely not in person. And he just looks really good. He also came pretty dirty, which is strange to me. The last figure is pretty much identical to the other generic soldier, except this guy has like a red mustache and some red eyebrows, which is a nice variation. I've never seen this head before. This guy's face was way more dirty than the rest though. Like, there's a lot of this white junk on it. It's a bit different than what we've seen before in terms of the haze, like I said. So I don't really know what's up. It seems to come off decently easily. I would imagine with a damp Q-tip or something, it'll come off all the way. Very odd though. I don't know, it's just weird. But overall, really nice looking figure, and that mustache really sets him apart. And then the build is, of course, this little piece of terrain. Like I said before, this wagon wheel is just set in here. You just kind of lean it up against. So, I don't know, it's kind of funny to me. There's a bit of broken board. There's a bit of a barrel there. Some sandbags. Always nice to see those. This flag is got printing on it, and it's on here with these little clips, so you can actually tighten it to keep it in place, and you can slide it up and down the string. The instructions show this string having much more slack than it actually does, but it doesn't really cause any problems. So you could bring the flag down if you wanted to, kind of move it around. And then around the back you can see just a bit of wall kind of built up. This seems to be some sort of a mast almost. I don't really know. It's a bit strange, but it feels like something you would see in a street corner, like a really busy street with maybe market stuff on either side. There'd be big buildings, and this is just kind of like a pile of junk that has accumulated over time. And it's a piece of terrain. It's got base plates. It's got a bunch of useful little pieces. So it's hard to complain when getting something like this. Well, there you have it. That is the French Revolution pack. With these figures, you too can put an end to the tyranny of the upper class of France. Can I say that? Is that like too insensitive? Still, I find this hilarious that they literally made a French Revolution set. Yes, it's based on the game, but I don't know. That's just funny to me. Really nice set though. I really like it. Super well rounded. I don't really see anything to complain about. Like, the contents of the set, they're great. My only real complaints are like Mega used a lot of these rubber pieces that don't last super long. Or like they can if you take care of them, but they're just not very versatile because of how fragile they tend to be. But yeah, really great. I love the fact that we get the generic assassin. The soldiers look fantastic. Getting 2 generic and 1 officer is perfect. The flag is cool. All the parts are cool. Really just well done. As far as I'm aware though, the price is not well done. The price has gone up. A lot of Assassin's Creed sets are pricey now. It's kind of funny. Like, it's half and half. Some of them are really cheap. I say cheap, relatively speaking, but other ones are just like, oh my gosh, you're gonna have to pay a lot of money for that one. So yeah, if you happen to find it for a good price, I would say 40 bucks or less would be fantastic. Go for it. Really nice set. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.